It all started on a quiet Tuesday afternoon when I was tinkering in my garage with my collection of rifles and handguns when I heard a knock on the door. I opened it to find two men in suits claiming to be from the HOA and flashing fake badges. They told me I had violated some obscure regulation and that they were there to seize my guns. My heart raced, but I kept my calm, knowing something was off. I asked them for identification, and their tone changed instantly. They became aggressive and started shouting that I had no choice and had to comply. I told them to leave immediately, but they refused, and one of them stepped inside my property. I knew I couldn't let them take my firearms without a fight, but I also knew I had to be smart. Instead of confronting them directly, I triggered the security cameras and let them think they had the upper hand. As they attempted to grab a rifle from the rack, I quietly called my old military contacts. Explaining the situation, within minutes, I could hear sirens and armored vehicles approaching. The fake cops froze in disbelief, thinking they had planned a simple intimidation. They had no idea they were walking into a full-blown protocol. I activated my trained response and used non-lethal measures to subdue them, keeping them restrained until the authorities arrived and verified that they were imposters. The look on their faces when they realized they had been outmaneuvered was priceless. I knew I had to protect my rights, but also make sure they could never pull a stunt like this again. So I had evidence, video footage, and the HOA board itself involved, and within days those men were facing charges for impersonation and trespassing. I shared the story with my neighbors, and suddenly the intimidation tactics stopped, and my property became untouchable. I leaned back that evening and thought about how close it had been, and I couldn't help but ask you, where would you draw the line if strangers try to take something you worked your whole life for? The next week, I set up extra security and gave a friendly warning to anyone thinking of trying the same move, letting them know I had backup. I had proof, and I would never be caught off guard again. The lesson was clear: if you think you can bully me, think again. I had turned the tables and ensured that anyone underestimating me would regret it forever. The fake HOA cops were humiliated. My guns remained safe, and I had delivered a message that would echo through the neighborhood for years to come.